Okay, part one of the multi-part series of 4.8 install into my S10. So first part is the donor vehicle, which is a mid-thousands Silverado. I just put a battery in. This thing does run, but it has not run for the whole summer. So, see if the gauge is even light up. I did put a battery in it, but I think this gauge cluster is actually screwed, so let's see. Oh, nice. Let's see if... Well, that's not working. But, it's quiet. Runs good for like... I did get the dash to work once and there's like 400 and some odd thousand K on it. I think it's like four and a quarter. It's quiet. I don't know what else you want out of an engine for that many K and be that quiet. So I think it's gonna go in the S10. Should work out good. We'll hook up HP tuners now and see what kind of stuff we can do with it. Alright, so it's cold, and I brought the donor truck into the yard here a while back, and every time I start it, just beautiful. And I started it today and the gauge cluster lit up. So it's not like a lot of it's working, and I don't know if this is going to be backwards, but the odometer says 431 286. It's quiet, it starts nice, it doesn't tick, you hear the power steering pump doesn't whine for very long. Like, it's perfect, like for an almost, catch my breath here, for an almost million-mile engine, for it to run this nice, it, in my mind, is the right engine to go into my project. It's too high a mileage to really sell to somebody and say this thing's gonna be like perfect for the rest of its life, because I don't even know if it's good. It could something could go wrong anytime. But for how nice it starts, how quiet it is, and everything, and this truck, like, it's gross in here. It's and even outside, like, I couldn't fix this truck up and resell it. There's just no point. These trucks sell for, like, in nice shape, safety, for like $3,000, and there's just no way that that's gonna happen for me. So sell it, parts off of it and that sort of thing, use the engine for my project. But turn the fan off here. But like, it's running right now. I don't know if the phone will even pick that up, but it's quiet. So shut it off. Train's going by. Like, you can hardly even hear it start up. So, but at least, you know, I finally saw that what the odometer was, so that's what we're gonna do. Get an outside shot here. It's a 2003. I unlocked an 04 ECU. I'll throw that on my test engine today and fire up the test engine. I put it on speed density so you don't have to use a MAF. And once I get some time, then we'll get into that project. So there we go. All right, we're gonna try widescreen, because I noticed on my other videos I was holding it in portrait mode, and that makes it really crappy to like do anything when it comes to editing, because you're like worse than, it's like 4:3 ratio, aspect ratio. It's not even like 16:9. It's just terrible. So let's try it like this. LQ4, the epitome of everybody wanting an engine, and this one runs. Bearings are good. Had the pan off, checked all that stuff out. It runs goodish. Some pitting on the other side head on some of the valves. In a leak down test that I checked out, it seemed to leak. When it runs, it burbles, so it's probably gonna do a misfire code. It runs though. So, and I don't have to take it out of the truck out there. So if the heads continue to be an issue, I can do one of two things. Option one, time involved, still have to pull the heads off, take the valves all out, bring it to a friend of mine that has a valve grinding kit, and I do the valve grinding, clean them all up, which probably won't have that great a success rate because I'm not machinist or head grinder. Did them once on the engine in the S10 with help from an old guy where I used to work. Option 2, 243 heads on a 5.3 that's up there. Lower kilometers, I think under 100,000. I don't know because the guy I bought it from didn't know, but he seemed to think that there was something wrong with the engine, but he just didn't really know what. So it's a DOD engine, so I'm suspecting that it has a wiped lifter because that's just commonly what happens on those engines, especially when they came out. So I'm guessing I don't even know what year it is. I don't even know what kilometers. I know it spins over by hand, but that's it. I have not deassembled it because it's a parts engine. I bought it for the timing chain cover that has the sensor in it because I have an LS7 cam for the other 6-liter in a different project at my place. And so I needed that, so I bought it for 50 bucks, I think. And the motor is question. If I could do a question mark with my fingers, I would. So 2 options if this one doesn't turn out. But I know that the bearings are good. I know that it runs. This is the test run engine that when I do harnesses, I put the harness on here and run it and make sure there's no codes or any problems like that, and make sure it's going to be good for anybody that buys harnesses from me. So we're going to take it all apart today, this evening, sometime. I'm going to drain the water out of it now and get it ready. But I just wanted to make a new video instead of the 2 other ones that I did in landscape mode so that it has a proper picture and not like the other ones. So stay tuned. We're going to put all the problem children together and see if they can play in the schoolyard.